Stay tuned to the very end, as the final 30 seconds will show you the straightforward reality behind this startling headline, which will enable you to quickly identify bogus information on the internet. Chumlee from Pawn Stars was sentenced to life imprisonment, the claim states. That sounds crazy, which is precisely why it spreads quickly. However, this is the actual tale in plain language. Chumlee, whose real name is Austin Lee Russell, was taken into custody years ago when a search related to an inquiry turned up weapons and drugs. He was not given a life sentence. He accepted a plea bargain. He entered a guilty plea to a felony weapon charge and a misdemeanor drug count as part of that agreement, and instead of going to jail, he was given 3 years of probation and therapy. The felony would be dropped if he fulfilled those conditions. At the time, official reports stated as much. No life in prison. No jail time was served. Just counseling, probation, and stringent regulations to abide by. Let's take our time and go over the important things. First, no reliable court account of his case mentions life imprisonment, not from the local Las Vegas media or the Associated Press, which reported on the hearing. They all disclose the 3-year probationary period, counseling, and forfeiture of the confiscated property. Once more, that is neither a life sentence nor a prison term. Secondly, what followed? Since then, reports have detailed a route of redemption that included appearances, employment, and no further legal shocks that made headlines. In 2024 and 2025, entertainment websites discussed his past legal troubles and his progress rather than prison or life in prison. This is consistent with the terms of the plea, which provide that the felony will disappear if the offender stays out of trouble through 2019. You can examine that paper trail. So why are you seeing posts or videos that yell life sentence? Because large words are what rumor machines love. Some channels share fictitious narratives to entice viewers to click, and these videos circulate online. We even come across bogus headlines that create fictitious updates or mix up cast members. This tactic is so widespread that fact checks have had to correct similar life sentence statements regarding other cast members. Reputable sources identify the court, the judge, the date, and the charge. If the report is true, you receive dramatic music, a bold thumbnail, and no documentation if it's fraudulent. Here's how to look at these images and headlines. Clearly, check the source first. Is it a legitimate newsroom or is it just a channel with no record links? Second, look at the date to see if it's new or if it's an old case that's being presented as breaking news. Third, check for specifics such as court documents, remarks from named lawyers, follow-up dates, and terms of the plea. All of those details are there in the actual Chumlee case, and they indicate counseling and probation rather than incarceration. Since you read all the way through, here's a quick-to-step tip you can apply to any startling headline. First, find out where are the documents. You can typically locate the report in a minute if the story mentions the court and the date. Do several reliable outlets match this? Is the second step. 3 reliable sources stating the same thing are typically more convincing than a single noisy video. The next time a crazy rumor appears on your feed, use that to save yourself a great deal of worry. If this made it easier for you to distinguish reality from fiction, follow these 3 easy steps to maintain the flow of truthful stories. Share this video with a friend who continues inquiring about this rumor. Like it to encourage thorough reporting, and subscribe to ensure you never miss our next cool, collected analysis of what's real and what's merely clickbait. Additionally, let me know in the comments which rumor you would like us to investigate next. I'll read it and respond.